For Poland Daily News, I'm Phil Goss. Celebrations commemorating the establishment of the Polish Home Army were held today in Warsaw. 79 years ago, the largest underground army in occupied Europe was created by a special order of General Władysław Sikorski, Commander-in-Chief of the Polish Armed Forces.
79 lat temu
79 years ago, the largest underground army in occupied Europe was created by a special order of General Władysław Sikorski, Commander-in-Chief of the Polish Armed Forces. The Union of Armed Struggle was changed into the Home Army by the decision of the Commander-in-Chief of the Polish Armed Forces 79 years ago. But Poles' fight for freedom did not begin in 1942. It continued without interruption from the outset of World War II, when German and Soviet aggression took away Polish independence and sovereignty. One day before Warsaw surrendered, the Service for Poland's Victory was founded, and later, the Union of Armed Struggle. And finally, the strong, conspirational Home Army was established on February 14, 1942. It was a phenomenon not only in Polish and European history, but also in world history.
Fenomen.
A strong earthquake with an initial magnitude of 7.1 hit off the coast of eastern Japan on Saturday, February 13th. There appeared to be no major damage, and no tsunami warning was issued.
The Japan Meteorological Agency announced that the epicenter of the earthquake was off the coast of Fukushima Prefecture at a depth of 60 kilometers or 36 miles. The earthquake hit at 11:08 p.m. Japanese time or 2:08 p.m. GMT and shook buildings in the capital. According to public broadcaster NHK, there were no reports of irregularities at the Tokaimura nuclear facility. The agency stated that no tsunami warning had been issued. The quake hit off the coast of Fukushima just weeks before the 10-year anniversary of the March 11, 2011 quake that devastated northeastern Japan and triggered a massive tsunami, leading to the world's worst nuclear crisis in a quarter of a century. Earthquakes are very common in Japan, as the country is one of the world's most seismically active areas. Japan accounts for about 20% of the world's earthquakes of magnitude of 6 or greater.
At least 10 people were hurt when a gas tanker exploded at a customs post in Afghanistan. Local residents tried to control a massive fire at the scene near the Iranian border. According to officials, the blaze in the border town of Islam Kala in Herat province spread to dozens of nearby fuel trucks. Wahid Khatali, governor of the western province of Herat, said that Iranian authorities had been asked for urgent assistance to contain the blaze. It was not immediately clear what caused the gas tanker to explode. Mohammad Shirzai, a spokesman for Herat's health department, announced that 10 people were hospitalized and that the number of casualties could rise. By a vote of 57 to 43, the U.S. Senate failed to reach the two-thirds majority required to convict former President Donald Trump on a charge of inciting the January 6th riot at the Capitol.
The yeas are 57. The nays are 43. Two-thirds of the senators present not having voted guilty. The Senate judges that the respondent, Donald John Trump, former President of the United States, is not guilty as charged in the article of impeachment. The presiding officer directs judgment to be entered in accordance with the judgment of the Senate as follows. The Senate, having tried Donald John Trump, former President of the United States, upon one article of impeachment exhibited against him by the House Representatives, and two-thirds of the senators present not having found him guilty of the charge contained therein, it is therefore ordered and adjudged that the said Donald John Trump be, and he is hereby acquitted of the charge in said article.
For Poland Daily News, I'm Phil Goss. Good night.